What is up, guys? The Collector's here with another Ratchet video. Today we're going to go over the S.K DT, the double tooth mechanism. Some of the pros and cons I feel for this mechanism, whether you should buy one or not, whether you shouldn't. It's really all a matter of my opinion anyways, so go with it, don't go with it. Let's bust right into it. The pros. Obviously more positions. Kind of looks cooler too, if you give me my opinion. It sounds cooler, that little double tooth ringing out. Essentially what they've done in the old SKs, a round mechanism in the inside, and there's a swinging pawl in there. One side comes up when you switch direction, and the other side comes up. We've all seen teardowns on these. It's the basic SK. Even other ratchets, a lot of your old round heads have the same mechanism. The DT, what it does is there's two sets of them, one on the top, one on the bottom, and they're slightly offset. So one grabs and the next grabs, one grabs. They don't engage at the same time. So I really don't know if this is any stronger than this. If one breaks, maybe you're left with the other one. That I don't know about strength. Maybe if you put a lot of torque in it, both of them might grab. I don't know about that. But so those are some of the pros I have of it. Looks nicer, more positions, more modern. You can drop it into a 100-year-old ratchet, 100-year-old SK ratchet if you have one, if it's just fun. I only have it in the 3/8. They also have it in the 1/4 and the 1/2. And I think the 1/4 and the 1/2 actually, I think in the 1/4 is already a 60 tooth, I think, so that offers you 120 teeth. And I think the 1/2 inch is the same way. Then you have the standard old, SKs here. These are really the only con I can come up with is there's more back drag to it. I personally, for me, I'm not going to put one in the 1/4 inch. I think 60 teeth is plenty for any application I'm going to do. I like the soft back drag in a 1/4 inch myself. I don't like I have a Capri here. I don't know if it's just ratchet or what, but man, this is a 1/4 inch and this thing is stiff on the back drag. See if I can show you. The bigger ones aren't so bad. Sorry, that's my Williams. What am I doing? Looking through the camera here. Where are you? Here you are. You can almost lift that whole thing up at the back drag. I don't like that in a 1/4 inch ratchet. I don't know how stiff this mechanism would be. I know with the 3/8, it almost feels like it's double as much back drag when you put the DT in. To some that matters, to some it doesn't. They need the position over the back drag. To me, and most of mine, it's more handy having less back drag, and the positions don't matter so much. Most of the time for me, my 32 tooth Williams, they're plenty. It's not a big deal. They're just as strong. The older, lesser tooth counts as the 100 tooth counts. Whenever you see them torture tested, there isn't a whole heck of a lot of difference. Once you get up about 220 to anywhere over 200, 3/8 ratchets start breaking. Some of them, like the Milwaukee, can hit 300. But like this Koken, I love this Koken. This thing has literally hardly any back drag on it. This is one of my favorite ratchets. It's a 70 position, so I mean that's plenty for me. I think that's almost a sweet spot. The 72, I believe it is. For me, that's plenty. But to get this DT, I looked it up online. It was almost $40 just for the mechanism. So what I did was I bought a separate 3/8 ratchet, and I think all in all this was like $50, $52, and with taxes and stuff right on Amazon. I just bought the whole ratchet, switched the DT head out, put it in the flex, and I ended up Then I put this mechanism back in this one, and I ended up with a whole another SK ratchet for $10 more. That was a way better route for me. Maybe you can find one on eBay or something a little bit cheaper, but for me, that was the route I went. I had to have a DT. I had to try it. And it is what it is. It is what it is. I mean, they've been around for a little while. This is nothing revolutionarily new, but for me, I would buy one and get one. Try one in every size, see if you like it. For me, it wasn't a game changer. That's all I'm saying. It's probably, for me, I think it's probably the most beneficial in a 3/8. But maybe I'm wrong. I kind of wanted to put one in this little stubby, but it always seems like when I'm using this little stubby, I'm in tight little short situations. I thought it would be helpful for the stubby, and if I have to in any situation, you can pop this right out in 3 seconds. This little clip, you get a pair of pliers, needle nose pliers, and then bloop, and then you can change that head right around to any one of these other 3/8. And that's about all I have to say about the DT. And then I'm just going to show a couple of different SK models I have. I got this one online. I've showed this in other videos, but this is a roto head. They stopped making these a couple years ago. Why, I don't know. They go for crazy on eBay. They sell for $150 sometimes. I hope SK brings this one back. I hope someone brings this to their attention, because these are selling like crazy. This isn't one. I have some of the old SK Waynes. Also, I tried to get one of these in an SK Wayne, but I couldn't get my hands on it. I'll just read the part number off for you. I'm having issues. Part number 2877824, and that's a roto head. And as far as I know, you can only buy these secondhand off eBay right now. They were discontinued a few years back. This is a really nice ratchet. I like it. You have your regular old roto heads that have the kind of the Falcon design with the heart spring pawl on top, and I don't know, I just kind of like this old school a little better. I have a set of these in the Ulta tools. I really like them. And actually, these Williams ratchets use the same mechanism. I call them the Falcon design. So essentially, they have a block in here, and the pawl just rides back and forth. There's a heart spring in here. It literally looks like a heart, and when you select it, it's the one side to the other. So the mechanism in these new Williams, is literally the same as a roto head. They sound nice. These are awesome ratchets. I've never had any issues with them. Some people complain. I think you can over tighten these screws and have issues with them. I just tighten it all the way down and do about a little quarter turn back and have the Loctite on it. And I've never had any issues with it. This is the big beefy 1/2 inch, 15-inch long. And I have the long 3/8. I think I brought it in here somewhere. Yeah, right there. And yeah, these are nice ratchets too. How I got off on Williams, I don't know. But usually that type of mechanism would be in there with a screw in the middle. But maybe SK actually makes a tough, it's called SK Tough one, that is just like this. A lot of people call them junk ratchets. I've never had a problem with them. I think people just don't tighten the screw properly in them, and that's their major downfall. I showed you the regular. This one's interesting. It is a 3/8 drive in a 1/4 inch body. It's a long quarter. If it was a regular, the handle would only be about, I don't know, end about right there. This has been wicked handy. Well, obviously, this is a regular 3/8 next to it. I mean, that's significant. If you want to go even crazier, I have this Duralast. Everyone went crazy over this one. This also discontinued. All the good stuff gets discontinued. That's also a 3/8, even smaller. Whew. This is one of my most used ratchets, I'd have to say. Sorry about the light, guys. I love this ratchet. I wouldn't go putting a ton of torque on it. I know Wright makes a real small one too. I don't think it's smaller than this one though. I think essentially it's this ratchet right here with the 3/8 in it. I think you'll find it is exactly what it is. This is just a 1/4 inch 45 tooth. It's a nice ratchet too. But yep, get that out of the way. Keep going on the SKs here. And you got a regular 1/4 inch flex. I was thinking about putting the DT apparatus in this one also, but like I said, this is already a 60 position. I don't know. I feel like that's plenty for me, in my opinion. If I were to buy it at the DT, I'd probably just go out and buy it. Although I haven't seen these. I haven't seen a flex available in the DT. I've only seen these. But again, you can just switch it out really quick if you wanted to. And I just showed you that. And then I have a couple more SKs kicking around somewhere. And this isn't... Not that this really has anything. I'm going to do a whole video alone on this one. This is the Williams. I essentially turned this into almost what that B54 flex is. These are a little rare. So Williams B54. It is what the Super Ratchets. The same as the old Super Ratchets DT. If any of you know where to get a spanner to open these, man, let me know down in the comments, because these are a pain to take apart. You got to soak them and beat on them with a screwdriver if you can't find a spanner. I thought about even destroying a socket and just making, I don't know, just coming up with anything to take these apart, but these are cool. If you haven't been familiar with the Super Ratchets at all, they're what took the place of these newer Williams. I have a Vulcan type set in here. All right, here we go. This is the old Super Ratchet. This is just a Vulcan line. I talked about this in another video. Most of the time these would say Super Ratchet here, but I think this was either a low budget or a higher budget version of the Williams Super Ratchet. You can hear that double tooth. These are awesome ratchets. I think these were some of the best ratchets ever made, honestly. I don't know why they discontinued them. Like everything. It might have been because people had a hard time. They even had an earlier model that was maybe even harder to take apart. It had a whole big face plate on there that you had to unscrew. And oh man, that one was a pain. I have one somewhere out in the shop. I'll do a video on it someday. But yeah, that's pretty much it on the SKs I have right here. Just show you a couple. If there's anything any of you guys really want to see, like, I don't know, this Baco, I'll have to do a video on that. And, the Stop Villa I've done. I can't show that to you guys enough. I love it. I have a 1/2 inch coming on the way. I want to get the 1/4, but I want $150 for it. You're talking Snap-on prices there almost. These capris also awesome. You can get all 3 sizes for under $100. They're Batwing design. The 1/4 is, I mean, the 1/2 inch, 17 inches long. I think it was like $32 or something like that. It's a wicked nice ratchet. Beefy, no play in it at all. Awesome ratchets. I try to only buy really ratchets that get good reviews, and sometimes you got to go out on a limb and walk around the store and try to find your own. I mean, there are so many different types of ratchets. There truly are. I just grabbed a handful of random ones. SK, man, they are classics. You can't go wrong buying an SK. It's too bad what's going on with the company right now. They are coming back. They keep saying we're coming back. I've heard up to 1,500 of their SKUs have been deleted. So when they come back, they won't offer as much as they did, but hopefully it's a lot of the side stuff like O2 sensors and stuff like that. I mean, you can get them in other companies. It would be nice to keep getting them in SK, but hopefully they're keeping their main stuff. I really want to get the X-frame ratcheting wrenches. I hear really good things about them. The X-frame with the 6 pawls on the inside of them. Which reminds me, I got to do a bunch of videos on those. Ratcheting wrenches, flex ratcheting wrenches. Oh, videos. Another one, if you like the The SKs, these Rights are also worth looking at. These are also a DT. These have like a whole different cool feel to them. These are awesome. I think you can get this for about $45, one of these. And honestly, I love the grip on this. This is a nice fun rad. You could use this all. This would be a good main go-to ratchet for just a straight 3/8 non-flex. You would love this. I love it. I use it a lot. I love just the sound it makes. It makes turning wrenches enjoyable. Just, I don't know, you grab some of this Taiwanese stuff and Chinese stuff, it's like, man, but you just pick up an old SK or one of these round heads, you know, and you just fall in love.